Hello everyone, John Richards here. In this video, we're going to talk about the 12-week year book. Hey, before we get started, I'd like to make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click that bell notification on the side so you get notified of any future videos. Okay, the 12-week year book. First of all, I would show you the book, but I actually read it in my Kindle Paperwhite, and I've also got it on audio. It's such a great book. I'm listening to it over and over again, usually every quarter or every 12 weeks when I get ready to start a new one, so I can have it embedded in my mind again. So what the 12-week year book's all about is it's a goal-setting system based on 12 weeks, okay, called periodization. You know why most people have their best months in October, November, and December? Is because they wait till then to really execute, to take massive action. What the 12-week year does, it gets rid of that. So every 12 weeks, you can call it 90 days, whatever it is. It can be 90 days. So basically the 12-week year is based on every 12 weeks. It's like every week counts as a month. Every day counts as a week. So you get your mindset thinking, okay, if I don't execute today, I've just lost a week. If I have a bad week, I've just lost a month. So it gets you really executing narrowly towards your year-end goals. So I base it off my year-end goals, but I'm focused on 12 weeks. So when you start out, the first thing I do is I say, okay, I determine what my 12 weeks is. In this case, I just started one yesterday. And the end of my 12 weeks is September 1st, 2019. So I sit down, the first thing I do is I write a vision. Okay, now I already have a vision for what I want in 10 years. I have a vision for 5 years. Then I have a vision for 12 months for the end of this year. Now, based on that 12-month vision, I create a vision for the 12 weeks. I do a vision for everything. Okay, so what's that vision look like? What do I want my next 12 weeks to look like? Today is September 1st, 2019. I'm leaving for the day. Then I describe my goals, what I've accomplished. Now, here's the thing. I only execute on 3 outcome goals. I determine 3 outcome goals based on my yearly goals, and then that's what I'm going to focus on. That's all I focus on. I don't focus on more than 3. There's something called channel capacity where your mind can only handle 3 things. You can only focus on one thing at a time, but you should only have 3 goals. So I determine, okay, so based on my vision, what's my vision? I identify my 3 outcome goals, okay? And I put them in writing. I use a 12-week year PDF document that I, because I've been doing this a long time, but I identify my 3 outcome goals. Then as soon as I do that, then I brainstorm. Okay, when I determine my 3 outcome goals, the most important part of this is I put them in priority order, which is my one thing. So let's say if I could only get 1 goal done in the next 12 weeks, what would that be? And then I write that down. Okay, now if I get that done and if I can do a second goal, what would that be? And I write that down. Sometimes I might only focus on 1 goal. Okay, and then I usually come up with 3. So 3 outcome goals, very clearly written. What's that end result look like based on my vision, based on my 1-year goals, based on my 1-year vision, okay? I make it all congruent, all lined up. You don't want to be out of congruency. You want to make sure it stays straight, okay? Okay, now once I have my 3 outcome goals in priority order, I take the first outcome goal and I write it down, okay? Now I brainstorm every action that I could take to hit that outcome goal, okay? It may be 10 or 12 things. Now I don't do 10 or 12 things. Now I do the same thing that I've done with the outcome goals. I determine 3 process goals that will hit that outcome goal. Usually it's 1, 2, or 3 actions done daily, no more than weekly, that'll hit your outcome goal. Now here's the deal with the process goals. Again, you only want 3 for each outcome goal, but you want to make them something you can do on your worst day. You don't want to make this something you can't do or it's too hard, because if you do that, you won't do it. You won't execute for the full 12 weeks. Because you're focused for 12 weeks. You can't take a week off. You can't take a day off. If you say, I'm going to work this 5 days a week, you got to do that. It's an execution system, okay? If you want to hit your goals and you want the life you've envisioned for yourself, this is going to work for you, all right? So you sit down, you think about, okay, what are those 3 process goals that it's going to take to hit that outcome goal? Okay, once you've determined those for all 3 outcome goals, you want to block them into your calendar for the entire 12 weeks. You know, and if you erase it, you must replace it. So if something comes up and you can't do one of your process goals, you got to move it somewhere else. You can't just delete it. You can't not do it, okay? Because the most important part is step 3 of this, is every week, at the end of the week, you're going to measure your activity. You're going to see what your percentage of accomplishment is, of completion is, okay? So and you don't want to be below 85%. If you hit 85% at the minimum, you should hit your goals. Now, you're shooting for 100%, but let's be realistic. You know, sometimes you're going to miss something or you're not going to do it right. You know, it's like right now, one of my goals is weight loss. My goal is I'm going to weigh 230 pounds by September 1st, 2019. Okay? And then I'm going to do that. Okay? So it's very clearly written. And here's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to eat per plan 7 days a week. So I've had to create a plan. And part of that's, 18-hour fast. And I eat 2 meals, 1 snack. And that's it. I stay focused on it. I don't eat any sugar. I don't eat any white bread. It's very clearly written on a plan. Okay? And then that's the way I know if I don't achieve that plan, I can't count that day. I can't fast for 17 hours. I can't, whatever it is, I got to be per plan, okay? And then I'm going to work out with weights 7 days a week. And I'm going to do 30 minutes of cardio twice a day, 7 days a week. That's my 3 process goals. Now, I have those actually, time blocked into my calendar. Yeah, I've already accomplished it for the day. I did it yesterday. Is it hard? Well, sure it is. But if you do what's hard, life becomes easy. And I'm only focused on 3 goals at a time, and I'm only focused on 3 process goals. And I know that I can accomplish those because I know what I've been capable of in the past. So like at the end of every week, on Sunday, when I'm doing my planning for the next week, I check my execution, my completion. How did I do? As long as I stay 85% or above, I'll hit that goal, okay? But let's say I'm 2 to 3 weeks in and I'm not really making a lot of progress. I don't want to automatically, change my process goals or change my goals because process takes time. You want to focus on the process, but you detach from the outcome. You know that the goal's there. I know my 230-pound goal's there, okay? But I know that if I focus on the process, that'll get me there. Because there's some weeks you may gain weight. The thing is, if I execute 100%, 85% minimum, I'm going to hit that goal. But let's say 4 or 5 weeks go in, I may tweak or adjust the process goals. There are no bad outcome goals. There are just bad plans, bad process goals. So that's the only thing you would tweak. You don't change the goal. I know realistically I can do that. Now, here's the thing. Think about at the end of 12 weeks what you're going to feel like. What I'm going to feel like if I weigh 230, because I've been there before. I've just like anybody else. I'm 59. I work out 6 days a week already. I carry my weight well, but I know that's a goal that I want. I know that's my one thing right now because that's going to have a halo effect on all my other goals. And then I have a couple other goals, of course, that I'm working on too. I have 3 goals and I'm executing. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to sit down and think through, okay, in 12 weeks, what I want to have happen. And I write a vision for that, okay? Very clearly. I write a vision for everything, every project, everything. But write a vision. What's it look like? It doesn't have to be a big, giant thing. It could be a couple paragraphs, some bullet points or whatever. And then I determine what are 3 outcome goals that I want to accomplish in the next 12 weeks. It's really going to move me forward toward my 1-year goal, okay? And then 3 process goals, time block those into the calendar, and then I measure it weekly. The 12-week yearbook is a life-changing book. It's a goal-setting book that you'll actually achieve your goals. Now, if you like this video, make sure you comment. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. Again, make sure that you click that bell notification on the side when you subscribe to my YouTube channel. And lastly, make sure you click the link below in the description so you get on my email list because I'm sending out videos every single week to my email list. If you want access to those videos, make sure you do that. Go out and make it an awesome day today, guys. Thank you.